So the fetch, decode, execute cycle is what your CPU is doing all the time. Every time it's got power, it's continuously doing this cycle, starting with fetch, then decoding, execute, and then it goes again, fetch, decode, execute. We're talking billions of times a second. It will try and do this cycle, okay? Or it might do, that's one step, then two step, then three step. So it will continuously, and it does billions of steps a second, and it will continuously try and go in this cycle, okay? So we need to know this in a high level of detail if we want our top grades at GCSE, and sort of our A's, A stars, etc., nines, sevens, eights. We need to know this in a lot of detail, and the same when we get to A level. It's a sort of mandatory to know the more detailed version. However, start with the basics. Make sure you understand the basic concept of the 3 steps, and then you can always look into more detail about each individual one. So the steps are fetch. Fetch literally means fetching an instruction from memory. Okay, so the CPU fetches an instruction from main memory and stores it in the CPU temporary memory. So essentially what this will actually do is RAM will be filling up cache, and then we'll go and get an instruction from cache. So fetch will go and fetch an instruction for the CPU to execute. Decode means work out what it means. So decode means look at that instruction, which is just zeros and ones, and work out what those zeros and ones mean. Okay, and that's what decode is. So decode the instruction. Then finally execute. So execute is when the instruction has been decoded, the CPU can carry it out, and that's known as executing. Now, there's millions of different types of execute because it completely depends on what the instruction is, but once you've decoded it, once you've worked out what you need to do, execute just means then do it. Okay, and then all that would happen is the computer, once it's done that, it would then go back and fetch the next instruction, decode it, execute it, fetch the next instruction, work out what it means, do it, fetch the next instruction, etc., etc. And that's all your CPU does all day, the whole time it's turned on.